A new report from the University of Florida is estimating that voter turnout was down in this election. The voter turnout rate in 2008 was 62%, and it's declined 6 points in the last 8 years to 56%. Since the 2012 election, there was a significant rise in the voting eligible population by about 9 million. But there was no significant change in the number of ballots counted, resulting in the turnout drop.
It is said to have been one of the biggest upsets in a presidential election. Despite media predictions, Donald Trump won the White House. So where did the reporting go wrong? Alexa Stukrath is in the control room to share some insight from top editors across the country.
The media's prediction on the outcome of the presidential election missed the mark. The Cronkite School hosted a panel of news professionals to discuss the missteps of the media and where we go from here. Blame it on the problems with the opinion polls, changes at the voting polls, but the media's expectation that Hillary Clinton would win the election was off. As the world watched Tuesday night, Donald Trump won state after state.
We are not very good at reporting things that haven't yet happened. You know, we whether it's a hurricane or a sports event or a political contest, you know, we are just not 100% on the future or even 50%.
Some speculate that the error could have been in the way we gathered our news.
There are two faults I saw in this campaign coverage because of the digital revolution. One was focus on data, not just polls, but every other kind of data. Instead of talking to voters, instead of doing reporting, instead of shoe leather reporting, relying on data. And the other is social media, just paying too much attention to the social media, reporting all the time on Donald Trump's tweets, whether or not he wrote them or not.
Top newspapers like the New York Times, LA, Phoenix, even the AZ Central are in big focus cities, and oftentimes we don't get out to report in rural areas. We haven't done our justice reporting in areas of the country where we don't normally travel to. And so I think we didn't have the story right because we didn't have our coverage spread out. We didn't have our coverage right.
Or the way we reported it.
Editorial mistakes. CNN covered the Trump candidacy like a freak show.
Maybe it comes down to bias, some political and some geographical.
There is a perception that we are not an independent press. Most people in mainstream media newsrooms are Democrats. They vote Democratic. Some of them even contribute to the Democratic cause.
We tend to forget about rural America a lot. We forget all those small states and how many voters could be there possibly.
No matter how it happened, the result leaves an uneasy feeling with journalists.
I'm nervous because journalists are people's friends. We are the public's friend. We are their ally. He's managed to turn his entire campaign into a situation where people fear journalists. And I mean, it's our job to kind of now take that and bring back our credibility and rebuild the reputation of the media.
Trump may have won the election on Tuesday, but he still has to wait until January 20th to be sworn in. In the control room, Alexa Stukrath, Cronkite News.